Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to use clay. We're going to continue our learning about three-dimensional art. So we have been talking about the difference between two-dimensional and three-dimensional, and we know that a drawing or a painting or a photograph even are two-dimensional. They are flat. You can see the hat, but you can't feel it. But the hat itself is three-dimensional. So a drawing is two-dimensional. The real thing is three-dimensional. Same with the flower. The flower drawing is two-dimensional. I could see the flower, but I cannot feel it. And the flower is three-dimensional because I can see it and I can feel it. Okay. Even my self-portrait, it's a drawing of me. I can see it's a drawing of me. I can't feel it though. So my drawing is two-dimensional, but I am three-dimensional because I could see myself and I can feel myself. I am three-dimensional, and so are you. So today we're going to use clay. There are plenty of clay recipes online. If you don't have any clay, I have clay here at school. If you need it, you could contact me and come pick it up. So you need to have a good sized piece of clay, not too big because this is kind of hard to manage. So get a nice sized piece of clay. If it's a little hard, I have a cup of water and I'm just going to wet my fingers a little bit and wet the clay a little, and it helps to mold the clay easier because clay is a lot harder to mold than Play-Doh. It takes a little bit more squeezing and effort. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to make a sculpture. A sculpture is a piece of art that is three-dimensional, and it could be anything you want. So play with the clay for a little while, twist it, mold it, squish it, roll it, whatever you want to do. And then I want you to take it and make something with it. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a ball, a circle, anything that you want. I'm going to make kind of like this donut shape, and I'm going to smooth it out. And if I have to, I'm going to take my little cup of water and wet my fingers and rub it over the clay to help me smooth it out and connect the side that I pieced together. I'm going to rub that together so it all becomes one. I need a little tiny bit of water, and I'm going to connect that all together. Now, your sculpture could be anything, doesn't matter. So then, after I get my sculpture made, we're going to get a little crazy, and I'm going to take these pipe cleaners and I'm going to stick them right into my clay, and I am going to make a crazy sculpture. Now, these can bend and twist, and you could remember when we were doing that pop-up paper sculpture? Well, this is kind of like that with the pipe cleaners because they can bend any which way. You could cut them if you want them smaller. You could ask mommy or daddy to cut them for you. And then I just want you to make a crazy sculpture any way you want. Maybe it goes in and out. So you're just going to decorate your clay with the pipe cleaners by sticking them in and twisting them around and designing it any way you want. Now, when you use the clay, I have a tray, but a paper plate or a styrofoam plate works good too. This way you don't get the clay everywhere because it is kind of messy. So we want to be careful not to make too big of a mess. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your clay, you're going to make sure it's wet enough so that you can mold it. Now, don't make it too wet because then it just becomes a slippery mess. So make it a little wet so you can mold it. And then any shape you want. This time I'm going to do something different. I'm going to make my shape like this. I don't know. you call it, but it doesn't matter. It could be anything you want. And then I'm just going to take my pipe cleaners and I'm going to stick them in different ways. Stick them right into the clay. Have fun with it. Think of different things you could do. Twist it, turn it. And here's my other crazy sculpture. So it's all up to you to decide how you want to do it and how you want to use the materials. Remember, this is three-dimensional art, so we call it sculpture. And I want you to send me pictures when you are finished. And remember, if you don't have clay and you don't want to make it homemade, please text me. My number is on Class Dojo or in Google Classroom. And I will make sure that I leave clay at the front door for you of the school. Okay. Have fun, everybody. Thank you.